Welcome to the Sellernomics podcast. In today's special episode, we are going to share some great tools and software available to Amazon sellers. Special thanks to our sponsor, GETIDA. Did you know you can get $400 in free FBA reimbursements at GETIDA.com/Sellernomics? Now it is time to show us what you got with your host, Rob Stanley.
Hey everyone, Rob Stanley here with Sellernomics podcast. Show us what you got. And today my boy Mina is on. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Amazing. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good stuff, man. And we had a little hiccup, but we got this going. So, and Mina's got some really good stuff. Today he's going to be talking about how to influence your organic Amazon ranking using Amazon PPC or PPC. And we're going to have him prep his screen real quick and get ready to share that.
Nice.
Mina, while you're kind of getting that ready, just give just a really quick overview of a little bit of what you're going to be talking about, but don't give too much away because we want them to definitely see what you got.
Cool. So what I'm going to cover today is, basically when you use PPC, the goal is to get a lot of sales, obviously, from PPC and convert and be profitable. But another goal of PPC is also to improve your organic ranking, because once you improve your organic ranking, you can also get sales for free when you're highly ranked. So the goal here is to show you guys how to choose what the keywords are that we want to rank for, how to track it, how to track your rank, and have like a system, a good actionable, you can go home and do this right now, system of how to track your organic ranking, and then what to do to rank better, obviously launch PPC, stuff like that. We'll cover that stuff. And then how to kind of keep track of which keywords and what's going on, because let's say you have 100 keywords and each one of them only has 500 searches a month. That's still going to be 50,000 searches a month that you can rank on page one for. So that's the goal, is to identify the keywords, figure out where we are right now, launch PPC to start getting that ranking, and then, track it and have a system for all of that. So that's what we're going to cover today.
Yeah, excellent. That's some good stuff. So yeah, let's get right to it. We're going to have Mina go ahead and share his screen, and stay tuned. And if you guys have any questions while it's going, or even if you're watching this after we've completed, leave something down in the comment screen regarding a question or anything. I'll get a hold of Mina and make sure we get that answered. It looks like the screen you're sharing right now, Mina, is us. So if you switch that over.
No, I'm just going to switch the tab.
Whenever. Yeah. So everybody make sure to hit that like and that thumbs up. And Mina, it's time to show us what you got, man.
Nice. Okay, cool. So like I said, organic ranking through PPC. What we're covering today, already talked about this. So identifying which keywords we want to rank for, benchmarking our current position where we are, and then talk about the relationship between PPC and organic ranking. So quick, who is Mina Elias? I'm a chemical engineer. I graduated in 2014. I started a supplement brand called Hard Work in 2018 after kind of hating the 9-to-5 and being an engineer. I started sharing a lot of good information on Amazon advertising in the groups. People loved it. So I created the PPC University in 2019, which just gave a lot of information on Amazon advertising step by step. In 2020, we hit a 7-figure run rate on the brand. And in 2021, after a lot of consultations and being approached by aggregators to build their in-house advertising teams and things like that, I started my agency Trivium Group, where we take over all of the Amazon PPC, manage it all for you. We become a partial team, so like a partial advertising team. So instead of having your own employee, you have our entire team as your employees, part-time. So let's align on the goal of PPC. The goal of PPC is to drive traffic to your listing as cheap as possible. And then the secondary goal is to also improve your organic ranking so you can drive free traffic. So PPC everywhere in the world, Facebook, Google, whatever, outside of Amazon, you're trying to bring people to your listing or to your page or to whatever your offer at the cheapest rate possible. And then if they convert, that you spent $1, you spent $2, spent $3, and they converted it into a $20 or $30 sale. And then you can continue to do that infinitely, right? Because you're making profit. So with PPC, it's the exact same thing. Is we want to bring as many people as possible to our listing in the cheapest dollar amount possible, and then at the same time improve our organic ranking, because that brings people to our listing for free. So I'm actually going to do this live with you guys, right? So the first step is you're going to go on and you're going to type in whatever your main keyword is on Amazon, right? And so for this case, I said mushroom coffee. That's my main keyword. I'm selling a mushroom coffee. If you don't know what your main keyword is, go on Magnet on Helium 10, type in that keyword, and look at the top high search volume keyword, where when you click open the search results, it shows all of you and like all of your competitors. Then I'm gonna click on Helium 10 Chrome extension. It's gonna open up Xray, and I'm gonna sort by revenue. And then from there, I want to choose only 10 products, but only 10 main products that are direct competitors to mine. So this one is a cup, right? I don't want to do a cup. I don't want to do this other cup, but this one is a mushroom coffee. It's a direct competitor. Perfect. This one's pills, doesn't work. Again, more powder. So I'm going to pick 10 of the powders that are direct competitors. And I'm going to run the Cerebro keyword search. So it's going to show up something like this, and they're going to give me like a bunch of keywords. So I'm going to click on, here, show more filters. I want to add some filters, right? For search volume, I'll say, okay, at least 300 searches a month. Anything that's like 100 or 50 searches might not be relevant. I want the maximum ranking to be 60. So I don't want to go and rank or even worry about keywords where the competitor's position is position 200, right? What does it matter to me if they're ranked on position 200? It's probably not an important keyword. And then ranking competitors. So I'm doing here 8. What this means is 8 means like 8 plus 1, 9. So 9 of these products are all ranking for those same keywords. So if there's a keyword that only 2 competitors are ranked for, let's say it's Four Sigmatic or something like that, whatever the keyword may be, because we're going to find that actually Four Sigmatic, all the products are ranking for them. But we want to get the keywords that everyone is ranking for together, because it means that they're highly relevant. Now, once I apply the filters, I'll get a nice list here. I'm going to sort by search volume, and now I see here these are all kind of the keywords that are very important that I need to rank for, because they have more than 350 searches a month. All of my competitors, or 9 out of the 10 of my competitors, are ranking for that keyword and ranking over position 60. So between position 1 to 59. So it must be an important keyword. Now, once I have this keyword list, this is an important keyword list. It should be kind of, your listing should be optimized for that. Your title should have that, bullet points, description, enhanced brand content, all that kind of stuff, because they're very important keywords. I'm just going to make sure down here I have like the maximum rows per page. I'm going to click and highlight all of these keywords and then add them to a list. So you can just create a new folder, whatever, Karina's keywords. I can add them there. Now Karina's keywords has all of these keywords. Next, I'm going to go to keyword tracker, and I'm going to, click add a new product. I already did this, you guys can see. So you add your ASIN, you can upload the keywords from a list. So you can say upload from my list. You can add Karina's keywords. Let's do this. Karina's keywords. Boom, it added all the keywords, and we can start tracking. So once we start tracking, the first thing we're gonna want to do is wait like 24 hours until it gets our organic ranking in there, and then we're gonna click export current result. And we want to build a spreadsheet like this. And so here it shows this is the keyword, this is the search volume, and then this is the organic ranking for every single keyword at every single date. So on December 8th, I downloaded the results and I added them here. December 14th, added them. December 20th, added them. And now I'm kind of tracking the trend of these keyword ranking. You could also do history here, and it'll do that. It'll give you the date and the keyword and the ranking. But unless you know how to manipulate the data like really well, maybe if you can hire like someone from Fiverr who's really good, and you can tell them, I want you to show me the keywords in one column, and then all of the dates, and then all of the rankings, and then maybe do like some graphs for me, so it's easy for me to see like the trends of those keywords. And obviously, like they have it in here built in, is where you can kind of follow that. But the goal here is to kind of benchmark and follow your organic ranking. And now what I'm going to say is, okay, the goal is to kind of do something like this, right? Is like, you weren't really indexing and you started, you weren't really showing up for this keyword, and then you start showing up and now you're position 54. Or where's a good one? Here, this is another good one. You weren't showing up for this keyword and then you start showing up and now you have a good position 28. And so what you want to do is, like, every week, select a group of keywords and say, okay, these, if I focus on, like, let's say these keywords, let's assume that, or let's go somewhere in the middle, right? Let's focus on these keywords. So if I focused on these keywords, just these keywords, that's 10,994 searches a month. So what I can do is I'm going to go and take these keywords. First of all, make sure that, the keywords are somewhere in the listing, maybe in the search terms, maybe in the, like tree, her, and tree, hut, and tree, or hurt, and hut, and hunt, and body, and sugar, and exfoliating. Just all those random keywords are somewhere in the listing. And then I'm going to create campaigns for these. Broad campaigns, phrase campaigns, exact campaigns. And I'll usually try and do like one keyword per campaign because I want to focus on them. And I'm going to say, okay, let's give it a budget, let's give it a bid, and let's watch what happens. And now I'm watching this organic ranking week on week, change. It should be getting better and better. Now, sometimes the keyword in PPC is not profitable, and so you're spending. If it's not profitable and your organic ranking is not moving, then it just might not be a good keyword for you. But if the ranking is moving up, and like, so we see like it's something like, this, for example, let's say this one, right? 285, 300, 138. So it's getting there, right? It's getting there. Then I would say hold off, keep losing a little bit of money. It's, it's investing. And if you can hit it to a nice position, maybe position whatever, 10, 15, 20, even 30, then once you've hit that point, you can say, okay, let me tone down the PPC, get to a point where PPC is profitable, if it can be profitable. And now I'm at least getting clicks, from the organic ranking of those keywords. And at the same time, while you do all this, monitor your sessions, because you should notice that there's an increase in sessions. So if you launched, those whatever 10 keywords that we were talking about, you should notice that there's an increase in your sessions because you're showing up higher and higher. If you notice that there's no change in your sessions, something might be off. So generally, you can kind of start telling that this is working by seeing that your sessions are going up. And as a result, more people are clicking into your listing. And if more people are clicking into your listing, that means that more people should convert. Now, this is granted that your conversion rate holds up and you have a good click-through rate. If you have a bad click-through rate, doesn't matter how much you show, people are going to see your product and they're going to see your competitor's product and be like, this one looks bad, I want to click on that one. This one's price is too high, this one's reviews are not good. So make sure that when you're there and you're amongst competitors, you can convert. If you want to see why people would buy you or not buy you, you can use Pickful, for example, and you can kind of take a screenshot and say, here's the 4 products, which one, why would you not choose this one, or why would you choose the other ones? And if you see like something consistent, like, oh, well, your product costs more, or your product, it's too dark or something, then you're like, okay, this is something that I need to fix for me to get that. So again, just to kind of sum everything up, we're going to do a search on Amazon, pull up Xray from Helium 10 Chrome extension, click on the main competitors, run them in Cerebro, figure out the most important keywords by having a decent search volume, a decent position, and at least 7, 8, 9, or 10 of the competitors are all ranking for those keywords. Get that list, add it to a list, and then start tracking in Keyword Tracker, and then export, download the current results every single week, and build yourself a spreadsheet where you're tracking every week the results of your keyword ranking, and you can choose keywords to invest. And if you don't have a lot of money and you're like, I don't want to do this, start with these 4, and then that should get you an additional 1,100 searches a month if you can rank on page 1 for those, and then start with these ones. That's another 1,000, and then 1,000 after 1,000. Even if you're just doing 1,000 searches every single week, you're working on like 1,000 search volume every single week. They're long tail keywords. They're probably not that hard to rank for, but at the end of the year, that's 52,000 if you're just doing 1,000 every single week. So that's that. I think you're mute, Robbie. You're mute.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, that was quick and to the point for sure. Some good stuff. So yeah, if anybody has any questions you'd like to ask Mina, I mean, feel free to ask them right now. Again, if you're watching this after we've already ended, please post a question down in the comment area. I'll make sure Mina gets it and we'll get an answer to it.
Yeah,
Mina, what's some of the challenges you've maybe faced trying to like figure this out? Like when people are first starting with Amazon PPC, sometimes it could be a little daunting, either with the tools, like learning how to use them, or trying to figure out what keywords. What's some advice you can give people that are just starting? They're already selling a little bit, but they want to jump into the PPC. What advice would you give them?
Yeah. So I mean, the reason I came across all of this is because our agency was taking on brands, and we're like, okay, we can start like running PPC, but what we noticed is like the PPC is like really not working effectively. I said, I wonder why. And I went in and I pulled my competitors' keywords and I pulled this, the client's keywords, and I noticed that there was a huge discrepancy in like what we're indexed for and what we're ranked for. So I then said, okay, this is what I need to do. So if I'm a beginner, I want to figure out what are all the important keywords that I want to rank for. I want to figure out what I'm indexing for now and what I'm not indexed yet for. Anything that I'm not indexed yet for, I want to somehow work it in. I have to have a title that has all of the main and important keywords. I want to have bullet points in description and search terms in the back end and all of these, all of the areas of opportunity where I can add keywords. I want to kind of put the keywords there and then track and make sure like, hey, I'm at a point where now I'm indexing for those keywords. And now if you're going to begin Amazon advertising, Amazon PPC, then you're starting from a position where your listing is ranked and indexed for a lot of keywords. When you run auto and broad and phrase keyword campaigns, it's going to start triggering for a lot of different keywords and discovering new and profitable search terms for you to kind of like new and profitable search terms that you can like start launching more. So I would work on this first. You should, work on this before you even launch, right? But if you already launched, whatever, work on this now. Get the list of the keywords. Make sure your listing is optimized. Launch auto, broad, and phrase exact for your main keywords, and then let the auto, broad, and phrase run, convert, get some data for you in the search term report, and then pull the profitable search terms. To me, anything between a 1 to 20% ACOS is considered profitable. So I'm taking those keywords out and I'm launching them in their own broad and phrase and exact campaigns and letting them perform. Some of them perform well because they performed well when I launched them and I found them in auto, and some of them, they don't perform well. You never know until you launch, but that's kind of what I would do.
Yeah, no, that's good information. Yeah. And anybody who's listening, hit that like and subscribe. We appreciate it. And Mina, if people are looking to connect with you or want to maybe find out more about your services you guys offer with the Trivium group, why don't you give them information on how they could get a hold of you, or where should they go to find out more?
Yeah. So right now I'm offering actually like 2 or 3 free audits every month. So if you want, my email is mina@triviumco.com. Email me there, say like, hey, I watched you on Sellernomics. I want, I want a free audit, please. And then, I can do a free audit. I can go in there. I can look at your account, tell you everything that, how I would improve it and all that kind of stuff. And then here's the website, triviumco.com. If you want to learn more, you can hit me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm pretty accessible. Facebook is Mina Elias. LinkedIn is Mina Elias. And then Instagram is @Egyptian_prescription_Elias. And I'm happy to share information. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask it. If you want me to take a look at your account, like I said, I only take 2 or 3 a month because it's time consuming and obviously I have limited time. So email if I can get to you, I'll say like, hey, I might not be able to get it done this month, maybe next month or something. But I'd love to, help as many people out as possible. That's why I'm doing stuff like this.
Yeah, that's true. And big thank you, by the way, to Mina, because I kind of unfortunately hit him up a little bit late. We did have a different guest scheduled, and they ended up canceling, and I was able to grab Mina to come on. So that's why we had a little bit of trouble getting on a little bit on the late side and kind of getting this going. But thank you, Mina. I appreciate you jumping on, and some great information, everybody. Please feel free to check out Mina's all his social media, the Trivium group. He has videos, his own YouTube channel. I'll try to tag his YouTube channel down in the description a little bit later. Thanks for jumping on and show us what you got. That was awesome.
Dude, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. And for everyone out there, guys, I think you should have a sort of a system and a systematic approach to anything that you do. And so I really think, something like this, where you're building a system, you're tracking things. I've done with the Robbie other talks where I showed him my analytics dashboard. Feel free to kind of look at those videos too. But having some sort of like very structured process and clear visibility on what's going on will make your life a lot easier, because I think a lot of people jump into Amazon and they're just trying to figure out individual pieces, like how can I optimize my listing, what can I do for organic ranking, how can I do PPC, but it's all tied into each other. And once you understand the full picture and you're kind of keeping a track on everything, you understand what are the levers that you can pull for your listing and improving the conversion rate there. You can improve the main image, title, bullet points, description, price, coupons, lightning deals, enhanced brand content, videos on your listing, questions on your listing, all of that kind of stuff. Then you're like, okay, I know what factors I can influence my click-through rate. I know what factors I can influence my conversion rate. I'm tracking these factors down, and every time I make a change, I'm tracking it and I'm documenting the click-through rate and the conversion rate. Now I have a change log. And now you have a system for your organic, right? And you can even take it a step further. How can I systemize the improvement of my conversion rate? Sorry, how can I improve and systemize the improvement on my conversion rate? Well, here's like a system to continuously test images. Like I said, you can go into PickFu, figure out what are the things that you would improve. There's also a company called Product Opinion, and they can do a screen share and they can record and say that. There's also Rank Bell. Rank Bell gives you analytics on your entire product, and they can give you, here's like, they can send your product to 10, 15, 20, 30 people, and you can get a report, a full comprehensive report. Here's all the things that you can improve, in your product, in your listing, everything. But then you can have a sort of a system to document the changes that you make and the improvements and how they reflect as a KPI, like conversion rate, click-through rate. With PPC, again, it's the same thing. What you're trying to look at is my PPC spend and then my sessions, and then assuming that the conversion rate and click-through rate maintain the same, you should see an improvement in profits. And so if you're launching more PPC, you're spending more money, and if you're spending more money, you should get more clicks and more sessions to your listing. And then if you're getting more sessions to your listing and you're tracking that, you should get more profit. Now, if that's not happening, because you have the analytics dashboard and the visibility, you're able to identify what's going on, what's not going on. And then finally, with the organic ranking, you have the list of keywords that you should be tracking organically. You're tracking everything. You're saying, here's my organic rank right now. Here's the ones that I want to focus on. You maybe make a notes column. You say, launch these in exact and broadened phrase. Added these to my bullet points. And now you're tracking and you launch them in PPC and you're tracking what's going on. Maybe you increase the bids, you increase the budget, and you track it. So now you have a system for like the comprehensive business, right? It's not just you're doing PPC haphazardly, or you're doing, I just want a better image. Everything has, what are the changes that you can make? What should you track? And what tells you, is this a good change or a bad change? So, sorry, that's
no, it's good.
the whole picture.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Just real quick, one more time, give out your email just in case somebody missed it, cool. So they can reach out to you if they do have more questions they want to ask.
Nice. So my email is mina@triviumco.com. Like I said, hit me up if you want that audit. And if you guys are going to prosper, GETIDA is going to have a huge exhibit. They're going to have couches. This time, I'll bring some drinks so they can have like couches and drinks and some snacks, and it's going to be a really good time. So make sure to visit the GETIDA booth and me at Prosper.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a great time. And yeah, thanks again, Mina, for being on Sellernomics podcast. We appreciate it. And we'll definitely get you back on later this year, maybe on the regular podcast instead of show us what you got. Always has great stories. Always love having Mina on. Thanks again. Appreciate it, man. My
pleasure. Thank you, Robbie.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Sellernomics podcast. Special thanks to our sponsor, GETIDA. Did you know that Amazon probably owes you money for FBA reimbursements? Get $400 in free FBA reimbursements at getida.com/Sellernomics. Be sure to join us again next week for more great tips on how to grow your business. And thanks again for listening.